Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Back on the little white truck again today. Part 2 of the wiring of the 3RZ. After I edited and released the video, it dawned on me I gave you guys wire colors and all that, but I really was kind of very unclear as to where they go, which will probably be a little handy if you're trying to do this at home. So this is going to be a part 2 video. Luckily for you, I have to hook up the obd2 connector to the data link wire off the computer. So I have to drop the computer back down. So I thought this would be a really good time to really get in depth on where it plugs in and all that, because to me it's a little unconventional compared to some of the other vehicles that I've done as far as the wiring goes. Most of them go straight to the computer. Now this thing is a little different. So, and I really want. Okay, so first things first, right off the bat, all the wire colors that I gave you in the last video are absolutely correct. That's not an issue. This wiring diagram, that's an actual pin out of the computer, that's fine and dandy, but the wiring that I gave you goes to these K plugs. There's a white one and a gray one. When I took the Tacoma apart, I went through each one of these pins on the gray plug and the white plug and determined what each one did. So I really didn't sweat it too much as far as that goes, which makes it way easier than trying to deal with the pins on the computer. Part 2 is there is 4 connectors on here, 2 small ones and this one on the side, the last one here, which would be E5. I didn't think E5 did anything, so I unplugged that thing, and luckily I hung on to it because the obd2 connector, the data link wire is on this. That's the only pin I need off this whole stupid thing. If you're looking at this wiring diagram that you can get online, they're pretty much anytime you search 99 Tacoma 3RZ, you're going to come up with this. Anyhow, the E5 plug pin 19 is an SIL, and it's a white wire, which would be right there. That's the one that you need to hook up to the obd2 connector, I'm assuming anyway, to make it so you can get data and codes and all that stuff. I'm going to do that today. So we're going to go ahead and get the obd2 connector hooked up, so that way I can pull codes and data, and hopefully this is a pretty straightforward little deal. Okay, so what I have learned is that white wire that's hanging down there, the 4th one to the right on the bottom row, is the data link wire. But an interesting development is that it's got this outer, I don't know if it's a ground or what it is, but it runs right with this. Both of these go inside of here, and if you go to the obd2 connector, and this is the wire off the obd2. But as you can see, or maybe you can, I don't know, I can't really tell by the camera, is there's a wire on the inside and then there's that sheathing on the outside of it. I don't know, I'm not an expert, if that's there for a reason. Yuck. Which is not a big deal, because I never throw anything away, including the cab that it came out of, but it hasn't had doors on it, and well, as you can see, there's many inches of snow, so I get to crawl in there and see if I can pull that wire out. I don't know if it really does anything or not, but I'd rather not have issues. At least I got my rain gear on, so at least I can try and stay dry. Boo, this is not exactly what I wanted to do today. Okay, so there it is right there. And it runs all the way across the back of the dash. But luckily, I don't really give a shit about this cab at all, so I think what I might do is murder the heater box. And because that's the part where I can't really see, is right through there. So if I get this ducting out of the way right here, I think I can, I think I'll be able to get that out of there. Wish me luck. Well, that escalated quickly. So I figured out that my wire is right here, that gray with white. That's the computer side of things. And then it goes through, this is all steering column, this is the ignition switch, and this K-plug and all that stuff is all down by the kick panel on where your left leg would be on the driver's side. But I cannot see where the hell I cut that out of, so I end up just pulling the whole harness out of the truck. And worst case scenario, I have a bunch of extra wire, which never hurt anybody because they're all multiple colors, and that comes in pretty handy. My stupid dog won't quit barking in the background. But I do like stuff like this. I love these grounds because that can really make life easy when you're doing a swap, because that gives you all sorts of options as far as hooking up grounds. Anyhow, I guess the next thing I need to do is peel all this apart, find out where the hell that thing goes, and I know some of you are going to say, why in the hell didn't you just run two wires, one for the sheathing and one for the regular? And you're right, I should have probably have done that. Got the wire that I was looking for the obd2. It's a little shorter than I like, but ended up finding it, taking it out. So basically what I did is I soldered the white wire, and then I attached the two ends of the bare wire, and then I just put heat shrink tube over the bare wire just to protect it. Did the same thing on this end. And I also, I don't know if it does anything at all, but the obd2 connector has 4 wires. It has the white wire, which is the data link. It's got a white with black, which is of course ground. It's a Toyota. Then there's a purple wire. So the purple wire goes to here, and I also noticed that it's also on the connector. So I went ahead and tied them together. I have no idea what it does. This really doesn't help me. So I did tie them together. So the last thing that I got to do is to hook power up to this, which looks like a brown wire, and then hook ground up to the white with black stripe. Now I'm pretty sure most obd2 connectors have constant 12 volts to them, so I'm going to go ahead and hook this up to battery source if I can find it. While I was in here, actually I was looking at the diagram for the pin out, and I noticed that on this E5 connector that says B+. Not sure. So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and hook this up to battery power, which is the white with red, which, for those playing along at home, that is a white with red wire. Actually, I think what I'll do is I'm going to hook this all up and then test it and see if it has battery power. Okay, so I've got this figured out, and I shit the bed. Okay, so what the deal is, this purple wire doesn't go to the computer. That's actually the hot. So whether you want to do constant 12 volts or do ignition, it doesn't really matter, I don't think. So purple is hot, white with black is ground, and then the white one, the white wire right there next to the purple, that is your data link. Those are the only 3 you need to have to plug in to get codes. And as you can see, I've got a code reader here, so I did test it out to make sure. This little deal with the obd2, so that way you know how to set it up. And I know the factory obd2 runs straight 12 volts to it all the time, but If you can't find one, use switch power. That's what I ended up doing under the dash under this clusterfuck of madness. I did find a switch power, and anyhow, that wraps that up, and then we can move on to other fun stuff. But one step closer.